this battle, we're facing Bentley the Killer 80. And I do want to apologize at the start of this video, of course, for my absence. And it's actually been 50 days or so since I last uploaded. And the main reason for that is just because I've been mad busy with classwork. You know, it's my junior year of high school. I got a lot going on in my my real life, so I really just need to tend to that. And at the same time, I mean, the game I was previously content creating for, Roaring Legacy, has had a massive data wipe. So I mean, I'm in the process of, you know, getting equipment in the next game, which I plan to move to, which is going to be the Return of Hoopa right now at this moment. So anyways, let's get to the battle. So here we have Regieleki, and this thing actually hits like a truck. I'm pretty sure I'm running a modest nature, or it might be timid, I'm not sure, but I got Life Orb, and it has this ability, I think it's Transistor or Transitor, I don't know, but what happens is you get a huge buff to electric type attack. So I think in total it's like a 1.8 something multiplier. I could also be wrong, or it's a stack of 1.5 times 1.3, so whatever that is. I'm sorry, I don't feel like doing that right now. So with that, you know, I know for sure that any attack will do some pretty big damage to the Gengar, and I went for Volt Switch just in case he had any special defensive investment and lived it, so then I could just bring in Swampert or something else tankier that could deal with the Gengar. So now he brings in his Aerodactyl, and I'm not too concerned here, which is why I'm going to go for a Stout Rock, because I mean, this guy is not going to get any grass type attacks. So he actually goes for a Sky Attack, which is not going to be a big deal because this Swampert is especially tanky. So I'm going to take this opportunity to get my entry hazards up. And one thing I will say, entry hazards can be really useful. Even if your opponent has a Pokemon that can use Defog, it can still be really nice because they're going to actually have to find an opportunity to use Defog. So in the meantime, you're going to be racking up all that extra Stout Rock damage, and a Pokemon like Aerodactyl here is going to especially suffer with its flying type. So right here I decided to flip turn and bring in Regieleki, which will be able to get a free Volt Switch. And I realized that this guy has no ground type Pokemon, so really I could spam whatever I want to. It looks like I actually went for Electro Ball here. I'm guessing I figured I may as well stay in it. I guess that's gonna actually help me here because now he brings in his Charizard, and that Charizard is not gonna like an Electro Ball, especially after having to absorb all of that Stout Rock damage. And I'm pretty sure even at full health, even if this was a Y, it would still, you know, get one shotted. Now maybe X would probably survive. No, X definitely would survive because of its resistance, but you know, unfortunately for this man, that's not gonna be his Charizard. So you know, that's gonna be taken care of. And I'm not gonna lie though, he has a lot of Pokemon that could be potentially mega. I mean, that Gengar, the Charizard, the Aerodactyl, all of them could be mega. I'd like to know what his mega Pokemon is. So anyways, he brings in his Tinkaton, and really right here I want to see if Electro Ball will do enough damage to one-shot this guy. And I'm pretty sure that it's actually decently tanky. I actually don't know Gen 9 Pokemon too well, and I apologize for that, but we're gonna find out. And unfortunately, it's not enough to take care of it, but you know, it's still some pretty good damage. And luckily, he goes for a pretty weak attack, which really does not do much damage. And I will say though, for the next recording, I definitely have to zoom this out because I mean, it's definitely way too close up. So you know, that's something I'm going to tend to later. So here, I go for a Volt Switch because you know, I'm trying to also get a clean sheet here, and it's going to be enough to one-shot the Hisuian Avalugg. It's not a surprise though, because I don't really think it has as great of a special defensive stat. So now we're going to bring in Sizer, which I was hoping would actually be enough to finish the game. So I actually didn't remember how many Pokemon he had left. So now he goes into his Latios, and this could be a problem because Latios can actually learn Flamethrower. I might be wrong, maybe it can't, but I know it gets like a hidden power fire pretty often in its Smogon moveset. Maybe I'm tripping, but I'm pretty sure it does because Psychic and Dragon gets walled out by Steel, so it just makes sense. So anyways, here I'm going to hit him with a Hyper Voice with Sylveon, and Sylveon's going to be able to take care of this Latios because it has really good special defense. And even if he goes for a Side Shock, it's not going to be a big deal because I mean, this one also has a good amount of HP investment, so it should be able to eat that up pretty good. So anyways though, he does stay in, and that's enough to take care of the Latios, and his Tinkaton dies to the Stout Rock, so that right there is GG.